Hi, I'm Emma and welcome to another one of our Honeybuns pudding hack videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free and vegan chocolate brownie sundae sandwich. This is really easy. What you need to do is buy, there's no way of getting around this unless I give you the recipe, 2 dark chocolate brownie tray bakes. These are available on our Honeybuns online shop, so honeybuns.co.uk. 2 trays of those. I realise that this is a sizable investment, but it will be an absolute showstopper of a pudding, birthday, anniversary cake to be eaten ideally in the summer months when it's warmer, because we're going to be using ice cream. First stage, you're going to need 2 500ml pots of gluten-free vegan ice cream, and we're using Jude's chocolate one, which is utterly delicious. This is from Sainsbury's, but I am pretty sure that you're not going to struggle getting it from any decent supermarket. Now, this one might not be quite as soft. It does seem to be fair, out of the freezer, it does seem to soften up quicker than a conventional ice cream would. If you've not tried it before, it's absolutely delicious. So what I'm going to do is bash it up a little bit using the back of a metal spoon, as you can see, just to see if I can get it a little bit more malleable, because I'm going to need to squidge and spread it into my tray. So if you break it up into workable bits, so you're not contending with the whole thing, you certainly don't want it to melt, but you do want it to soften up, and it is going to start to melt quite quickly. It's a hot day today. Warm day today. Okay, so I think, yeah, just taking the frozen edge off of it, making it a little bit more malleable. I reckon I can go with that. So if I spoon out the sections, I'm just going to squidge it into a layer at the bottom of the foil tray. There we go. Now, if you want to have flavour, additional flavour throughout the vegan ice cream, at this stage you can add it if you want it to go all the way through. So you might want to add, I don't know, ginger syrup, vanilla, crushed raspberries, meringue, which you could use, get a vegan version, you could make your own with aquafaba, the chickpea liquid. I can happily post a recipe for that online, and we'll stick all of the instructions and stockist details for the various ingredients we're using online for you as well after this video goes live. What I think I would do, because I really like texture, contrasting textures, I think I would stud it with chocolate in one form or another, be it buttons or shards. Obviously, if you're doing this for a vegan, you'd need to check that that was dairy-free, vegan, ideally registered with the Vegan Society, and then you know it's properly safe. Okay, so it's just a little bit of work, a bit like plastering, plastering the wall. You need a little bit of patience, and you need to be fairly firm. But like I say, work as quickly as you can, because you get past the point of no return. If it goes super liquidy and then you try and refreeze it, you'll find that it spoils the texture, goes grainy and horrible, which you don't want. So I haven't added anything at this stage, because I don't want it all the way, I don't want my flavour to go all the way through. Instead, I'm going to stud my stuff on the top, and I think I'm going to go, I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to do. Right, nearly there. And you want it roughly, so it reminds me of modelling clay, the colour. There we are. If anybody else has got an easier method of doing this, do let me know, but it's not too bad. Good upper arm workout. Right, I'm happy with that. That's near enough. So this is going to be your sandwich filling. So you're going to, if you can imagine, one layer of delicious dark chocolate brownie gooiness, t'other one. So you've got a delicious sandwich going on there. Now, this is going to go into the freezer, and I would leave it at least 4 hours to freeze, or overnight, and then you can come back to it in the morning. Welcome back to the next part of the chocolate brownie sundae recipe that we're doing today. Thanks for watching. You can remember, hopefully, me spreading out the chocolate, the vegan chocolate ice cream. This is from Jude's. We love it. It's available from Sainsbury's, Waitrose, loads of other supermarkets. It's made with coconut milk. It's probably a good idea to be aware of that, because it tends to melt quite quickly. So already I've taken this out of the freezer and I can tell that it's softening up in the tub. So when you do work with it, just be aware of that. It goes soft very, very quickly, which is beneficial when you're making your ice cream tray. If you remember, we spread that out. I've popped that in the freezer. It's now frozen down. I've taken it out of the freezer, and I just wanted to explain what you can do prior to freezing. If you wanted to mix in with the ice cream fruits of your choice, chopped nectarine, peach, depending on season, obviously, fresh strawberries, raspberries work really well. If you're in the winter months and you still want that berry flavour, then I would massively recommend using freeze-dried raspberries and strawberries. They work really well, and they pack a big punch flavour-wise. You don't need that much. So I know they're expensive, but you don't need that much, and you get a really lovely wow factor. I haven't done that, clearly, because that is just a plain ice cream slab that I've frozen, Jude's. So what I'm going to do instead is sandwich up this is one brownie tray, like so. That's the Honeybuns vegan dark chocolate brownie. It's gluten-free, it's vegan. You can buy it online. If you don't want to buy it, I totally understand. If you'd rather make your own, we have given you the recipe, and all you need to do is check out Instagram or YouTube for our video, and it's called Ice Cream Brownie Float recipe. And that video, and there's a written blog as well, give you the recipe to make this from scratch if you would rather do that. Totally understand, that's fine, obviously. But if you are short on time and you don't mind buying from us, then you can get 2 of these tray bakes online. That's honeybuns.co.uk. So I've lifted out one brownie. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to lift out, and I have cheated, I must confess. Before doing the video, I wanted to just check that these guys would lift out okay. And what I found, I'll just show you what I used. A big fish slice, which I used to just loosen up underneath the ice cream, and also the brownie as well. The brownie is very gooey, so I've cheated. I've pre-loosened that, as you can see, just to avoid any breakages. Now, what I'm going to do very quickly is lay out the strawberries. They don't have to look particularly pretty. This is just for flavour, and this is going to sit on the ice cream as you're filling. This is optional, but I think it's really rather lovely idea, especially if you're doing this cake as a birthday or celebration. Just gives it that wow flavour factor. There we go. So get those on there. So when you come to serve this, you literally are going to have your friends and family and guests, safe distance allowing obviously, around and ready to dig in with their spoons, because like I say, this ice cream won't stay solid, I would say, for more than 20 minutes. So it really is a dessert to eat there and then. But it's such a lovely take on a conventional birthday cake, I think. There we go. So that is your second brownie tray bake, and that is all there is to it. I'm going to lift it up. There we go. So hopefully you can see the sandwich effect there. If you want for extra decadence, you could always add, well, I'll show you what I would do. What I would do is use whole strawberries, which have been washed. These haven't, I have to confess, because I'm doing it in a bit of a hurry. But if you rinse your strawberries out prior to use, pop them on there, and then what I would do is melt additional vegan dark chocolate over the top and drizzle. And I think there you'd have an absolutely gorgeous celebration gâteau that will take minutes to assemble. If you choose to bake the brownies yourself, that's going to take you a maximum of 25-30 minutes. So again, it's not a heavy time investment, and you do get something really special, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like our videos, we'd really appreciate it if you shared them, and if you liked as well, that would be great. You can find other videos on YouTube, Honeybuns YouTube, and Instagram. Wondering whether there's anything else to say. Just another big mention for Jude's, because it's a brilliant, brilliant product, and we only endorse and recommend, not for money. We don't take any monies at all, but we only endorse stuff that we know works and tastes amazing. I think that's it for this week, but do let me know your thoughts, and any help I can give you, I will. Happy baking. Bye.